Time for my 128th John Carpenter game. Want to be Millionaire, the UK Family Picture Edition for the DVD.
Select either the
Yeah,
adult
this game
or
now will
children
tie with
Okay, you've chosen
the
to opt
first
for the
issue game being the
adult
most of any
questions. There are
British
15
DVD
of
game,
them between you
128 games
and
a
£1
pop.
million. Let's get you up to the first milestone as quickly as possible. Here is the first question for £100.
Okay. Abbreviation BOB on a party invitation usually means bring your own bottle, bag, beans, bulldog. Bring your own bottle.
Correct answer to kick off with. Well done. Take a look at question 2. It's for 200 quid.
Okay. In which area of the UK does the celebrity chef Jamie Oliver hail? Yorkshire, Cornwall, Essex, Norfolk. That'd be Essex. One of my most recent dentist trip when I got my baby tooth extracted. Actually, they were playing Jamie Oliver or something. I think it was a Christmas special on the Food Network. So when I got my baby tooth on December 11th. In 1888, the Scottish vet John Boyd Dunlop invented what kind of tire? Schematic, quadratic, rheumatic, pneumatic. That'd be a pneumatic tire.
Correct. Very well done. Okay, the next question is for 500 quid. Take a look.
Okay. How many falls in the day before which the following? Ash Wednesday, St. David's Day, All Saints Day, Boxing Day. Happy All Saints Day, which would be November 1st, actually.
You are one question away from your first milestone. Get this right, and you'll be guaranteed £1,000.
Complete the name of the Essex seaside town, Wallen on the Ouse, Firs, Naze, Wise. Wallen on the Naze. There's two questions about Essex.
Great, you're guaranteed a cheque for £1,000. But I don't want to give you that just yet. Let's shake things up a bit now by introducing a few pictures into the questions. Brand new experience for this special Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Now you might as well play the next question. It's worth 2,000 quid.
Okay.
Which famous landmark is this? Arc de Triomphe, Brandenburg Gate, Marble Arch,
That'd be Brandenburg.
You're doing very well. It's another correct answer. You're up to question 7. It's worth £4,000. You don't have to play it, but here it comes. Who are the Beatles meeting here? Harold Wilson, Hugh Gaitskell, Reg Prentice, Anthony Crosby.
Week in politics is a long time.
Very well done. You just won.
Yeah, the Australian game has a pretty similar question. It's basically the exact same thing, just more specifically about what Prime Minister is seeking bills. That one is Harold Wilson, so
£8,000, but you will drop 3,000 if you get it wrong. Here it comes.
Okay.
On television, who went from being the $6 million man to the fall guy? Tom Selleck, Barry Newman, David Soul, Lee.
That'd be Lee Majors.
You'll be glad you chose to play that one. It's the correct answer. We're starting to play for some serious money now. This question is worth £16,000, but get it wrong and you'll lose 7,000. Here it comes.
Okay.
Which 2004 film has the tagline, "Some men dream the future, he built it"? Troy, Alexander, I, Robot.
Well, that'd be The Aviator.
You are really in the money now. That's the correct answer. Okay, this is where you can guarantee yourself £32,000. Of course, if you get it wrong, you'll drop back to 1,000. Take as long as you need. Here comes the question.
Okay.
Of which Central American country is Belmopan the capital? Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador.
That'd be Belize.
It's the correct answer. Fantastic. I can now write you out a check for £32,000. It's picture questions all the way now. You might as well have a go at question number 11 for £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay.
Which of these galleries is situated in this city? Arnolfini Gallery, Walker Art Gallery, Kelvin Grove Museum, Douglas Hyde
Maybe the
Gallery.
Walker Art Gallery in the Liverpool.
Correct. Very well done. This question is worth £125,000. There is no time limit. Here it
Okay.
comes. In which city is this tram running? London, Manchester, Glasgow, Sheffield.
That'd be Manchester, and also hashtag Grace of Life.
You didn't have to play that question. But it's just won you £125,000.
That's it again. Hashtag Grace of Life! That's the bus.
Right, you've done brilliant.
Even though it doesn't
This far.
count
The
because
next
it's a
question
train,
is
but hey.
number 13 out of 15, and it's worth £250,000. We're talking about some huge sums of money here. So make sure you take your time and think carefully before you answer.
Okay.
Who was named chairman of the PLO after this man died in November 2004? Nabil Shah, Marwan Barghouti, Mahmoud Abbas, Farouk.
That'd be
Hadoui.
Muhammad Abbas, who probably doesn't think the Holocaust existed. And he's still the head of PLO to this day, actually. I think he's only behind Paul Biya, actually, is the oldest current stealer. I think he's about 89, actually. Paul Biya is about 92.
Okay, you are now just 2 questions away from becoming a virtual millionaire. If you get this wrong, you will drop all the way back to 32,000. You're playing for serious amounts of money, so be very, very careful. Here comes question number 14.
Okay.
Prior to appearing in Brookside, this actress briefly played Poppy Bruce in which other soap? Emmerdale, Coronation Street, EastEnders, Take
Anna
Five.
Frill played Papa Bruce in Emmerdale.
Well done, it's the correct answer.
That's for this one because John Williams and George Lucas are out, so it's 1 in 16 odds. I'll say the image will be
Well, congratulations. You have played a magnificent
Henri
game so
Becquerel
far.
and Fulham
14
Brunke, which would be
questions correct.
Radiation.
So, just one more to win £1
I should say actually
million.
one Runjin and Henri
Now, got to
Becquerel,
remind
actually.
you that if you get
To be-
it wrong,
To be
you will
correct,
drop
actually,
a
the Australian game, which, if you're familiar, I think it's my 5th ever one I did. I thought it was Becquerel and Gray, and not Becquerel
here we
Runke.
go.
So,
The very,
pretty sure I said it's going to
very
be
best of luck.
Runke and Becquerel, which would be Radiation.
What name did this painter give to his method of arriving at the images in his paintings? Paranoid critical, oblique schizoid, animus conclusive, logical mesmeric.
Salvador Dali and Paranoid Critical.
You
Yep.
had £500,000 and you risked it to go for £1 million. I can tell you, it's the right answer! Congratulations, you are a virtual millionaire. You played a magnificent game. You answered all 15 questions correctly. Well done. Not only have you won a virtual £1 million, you've also got the chance to win an incredible prize, a millionaire-style luxury holiday for you and your family. All of the instructions are on the screen. It really couldn't be simpler.
I can't help myself. Very well done, and thanks for playing the Family Picture Edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? As for this game does tie the UK First Dish DVD game for the, I think it's the third most actually of any game at 128 games. Yeah, one of my goals, like I said, this year, and I will be trying to do it, would be to get a DVD game to get past that 200 game threshold. The average Dish game alone has done it, but that's on like that was because it's dragging in December. So yeah, I prefer it to be this game actually. Probably this game actually. I wouldn't mind it's the UK First Edition game. I also wouldn't mind if it's the Australian games. So, with that being said, thanks for watching.